At least 14 people have been killed and 750 were injured after a powerful explosion rocked Rajaei port at Iran's Bandar Abbas city. The port said in a statement that blast resulted from a fire in chemical materials depot. The high-intensity blast sent shock waves for miles and kept fires blazing all night at the Shahid Rajaei port. CCTV footage released by the Port Authority showed the blast as people ran in fear, while social media videos show black smoke billowing and glass blown out of buildings kilometers away from the epicenter of the explosion.
I heard a huge explosion. It was very loud. Then we saw that, unfortunately, there was a fire. You can see how the car is damaged. Roofs and windshields of all cars were shattered.
When I exited the building, I saw a huge blaze. Then there was the sound of the blast and the blast wave. All glass and stones of the building fell down.
Members of the Iranian Red Crescent were seen assisting at the scene, carrying a person on a stretcher near the site of the explosion. A firefighting plane was also spotted dumping water near the still burning fires. An official told Iranian state TV that first responders were trying to reach the area while others were attempting to evacuate the site. The state TV also reported a building collapse caused by the explosion. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian has ordered an investigation of the incident and sent his Minister of Interior, who said efforts were still ongoing to extinguish the fire and prevent it from spreading to other areas.
Around 12 p.m. today, a container explosion in Bandar Abbas Rajaei port caused damage to nearby buildings. According to Hormozgan province's crisis management chief, initial investigation shows the reason for the blast has been a container explosion in Rajaei port.
Industrial accidents are frequent in Iran, particularly due to its aging oil facilities. Now, that struggle for access to parts under international sanctions. The Iranian authorities, however, have denied the explosion had anything to do with the country's oil industry and has offered no clear explanation for what caused the blast. Now, as per a previous report published by the Financial Times, the port took a shipment of sodium perchlorate rocket fuel from China in March. The fuel was going to be used to replenish Iran's missile stocks, which had been depleted by its direct attacks on Israel.
Now, Iran has said maybe caustic chemicals of some kind were involved in this. But what's interesting is a private security firm known as Ambry has linked this blast to Iran allegedly receiving ballistic missile fuel, chemicals to make that fuel from China. This was transferred to Iran a few weeks ago, and the firm says that this fuel was at the site of the port. Now, Iranian officials have not responded to that, but it does come as Iran has used a lot of its ballistic missile arsenal in attacks against Israel during the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip.
The Rajaei port at Bandar Abbas is about 1,050 kilometers southeast of Iran's capital, Tehran, on the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow mouth of the Persian Gulf through which 20% of all oil trade passes. It is a major facility for container shipments for the Islamic Republic that handles some 80 million tons of goods a year.